Border Barrels back for another bloody footy and Supercoach and whatever else podcast.
No, we're not doing Supercoach because we all stink.
Yeah. No, I'm in a granny. I'm doing all right. I didn't know I was in it, though, to be honest.
In a granny.
I didn't. Oh, that's pretty dodgy. I didn't know I was in it, and I don't care.
Now I'm in it.
I put Darcy as captain because, I don't know, who cares? But I'm going to beat this guy, like, easily. So
I'm going to beat him
yeah. I don't know. I'm going to beat him quite easily.
like
but
something
so
gets beaten.
we're at. So this is the last round.
Oh, I can't say that because we're a footy podcast.
No,
thank
no.
God.
Yeah, no. Well, it's
Fuck.
yeah.
But all sports, like, they go for too long.
Nah, well, the thing is, it's tough. So we got knocked out of our matchups, and Gratzy was the same. Gratzy's not with us this week. He's had a little baby.
Oh, I was going to say he was...
Oh, no, he's alive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
he's alive.
but I was going to say his mind exploded because it was Hawthorn Western Bulldogs today and he didn't know who to go for.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah, no, but he's... he's home with his little babies, looking after them. So he's not with us this week. But yeah, we all got sort of knocked out of the leagues that we cared about, I suppose, in Supercoach.
Well, I'm still in one of the leagues.
Yeah, well, I'm
but
still
I'm going to
in one
lose
too.
it. So
I might do all right. But I mean, I don't really care. So.
But no, I'm just saying, like 23 weeks, then finals.
How do
There's only
they?
52 weeks.
How
in a
do
year.
they?
That's more than 50% of the year.
So how do they come like 23 weeks? How's that work?
Yeah, it's 22 games a year, but I find it odd because like you've got like schedule weight. We talked about that at the start of the year. Like, Essendon's like we had the second hardest fixture, and the reason it's harder than, let's say, Collingwood's or Hawthorn, it's based on where you finish for one, but two, you play every team once, obviously, and then. So what's that? 17 games. So 5 games filled with like you got to play another team twice.
Yeah.
So they're saying that Essendon had to play very good teams twice.
Yeah, right.
Like kind of Port Adelaide, they're not very good, but they fucking pumped us because we're not very good.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. So I don't know. Like I think they just need to go back to play everyone once.
Yeah, fair enough.
Less time. Like 23 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I can tell you, Si, but
well,
23.
I know you're a big fan of NFL, and I believe that's only 16 weeks.
17 now. They have extended.
Oh, well, you might have to write in a little...
I don't have the time for it.
You might have to write in a little note there to your local member and let them know how you feel.
Yeah. Well, I don't do a podcast on NFL, so...
Well, not yet, but maybe next week you'll start one.
Yeah, well...
So I reckon we just jump into it. So,
do we?
Yeah, we're going to jump into it. And Friday night, we've got Melbourne Demons 115, Brisbane Lions 57.
Yeah, and fuck... No, not fuck the Lions, but fuck Dane Zorko.
Oh, Zorko. That was weird.
But
don't be a dick.
Whether he said what is rumoured to have been said or not, the fact that a dude was so unhappy with what you said that he cried...
Yeah.
And people going, oh, what do you mean? You don't cry when someone says something to you. And it's like, if it's that bad that it makes you cry, then you probably do.
Yeah, it must have been pretty crook.
Like, you know what I mean?
Footy boys, right? They shower together, they bloody shit together, they eat raw meat together, whatever they do, I don't know. But they're pretty manly. But if he's crying, it must have been pretty bad.
Well, there's something there. And
he apologised fairly quickly.
Oh, Zorko.
Yeah.
Yeah, he apologised fairly quickly when fucking Stephen May came over to him.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, not on the night, but like he's put out an official apology.
Which was the worst.
Yeah.
It was the most like, hey, Siri, write me an apology.
Yeah, well, don't get me wrong. I reckon he's a fucking flog.
Yeah, he is a flog. And we all know what happened with him and his ex-partner.
Oh, well, let's not lower ourselves to that level.
No, I know, but The flog train left the station a while ago.
Yeah,
is all I want to say about him.
But like I was having a chat midweek with a few work colleagues, and they were like, "He's not captain, is he?" I'm like, "Yeah, well, he is."
Fucking hell.
Like, isn't Neil? I'm like, "Well, he probably should be."
Well,
and he probably will be. Continuing on.
It'll be interesting because watching and seeing all these comments by Brisbane fans following the Friday night's events suggest that they don't have anyone that stands out as captain. That's their biggest problem.
What about Neil?
Well, Neil, he doesn't look like he does a lot of talking out there.
Oh, yeah. Well,
he's a lead by example kind
What
of
about
guy.
Charlie Cameron?
Nah, I wouldn't. Nah.
No, he does a fair bit of talking. He's
but
spiritual.
I don't know how
when they say
friendly it is.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a different. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not as measured as he could be.
Yeah, they don't like they had your like Hodge, Grant Birchall. They weren't captains, but they had those kind of leaders.
Yeah.
Like you can see leadership qualities in people, and as much as I love Lachie Neale as a footballer, he doesn't exude leadership.
Or to be fair,
and that's from the outside looking in, obviously.
Yeah, to be fair to anyone else, I didn't think Zorko was captain. I didn't even know. But
well, it makes you think. All the Essendon fans are really unhappy with Dyson Heppel at the moment for whatever reason. I think it's way off base. I love the bloke, but at least we don't have Dane Zorko as captain. Jeez.
Yeah.
Anyway, footy wise, Melbourne they've kind of re-entered the kind of zeitgeist of possible premiership.
Yeah, well, I don't think they would ever. Honestly, as last year's premiership winners, I don't think they would ever, step out of the ring, really.
No. But they were on their last legs.
Yeah.
Maybe they were doing the homer. Just keep getting punched until everyone else falls down around you.
Exactly. But noticing, having a look from the numbers, it was quite even across the board.
In terms of Melbourne?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing about this, Supercoach-wise, not many tons. Usually in a big game like this, there's a lot.
Yep.
But I think that just came down to Melbourne's dominance on the scoreboard, which is interesting because I'm fairly sure at halftime, I don't know how it ended up because I don't have those numbers, but at halftime, Brisbane and Melbourne had the same amount of inside 50s, yet Melbourne were up by over 60 points.
Yeah, right. There you go.
So, I was kind of looking at this today for all the teams that have finished their year and seen like scoring shots, not just like points scored, because that's always like Geelong and Melbourne do well because they kick straight.
Yeah.
Like these teams that kick straight, the points scored is high because obviously 6 is more than 1.
Yes, it is. I concur.
It's 6 times more than 1.
It is.
But
6x.
like you look at like some teams like Melbourne's actually one of the better examples of this is that they fucking hit the scoreboard, whether it's goals or behinds. Their scoring shots are astronomical. Favourites, Clayton Oliver, Christian Petrarca, 118 and 117 respectively.
No, Petrarca, very good. Still don't have Oliver.
Lachie Neale, 104.
Yep.
Jake Lever kicked his first goal for Melbourne.
Yep.
5th goal of his career or something, and didn't he love it? And it's cool to watch when you're like, oh, he's very good at football, and then he kicks a goal, which you just assume they've all done. And
that is, I've spoken in previous podcasts about those teams that you see those random dudes up the top every week. So it'd be Sard for Carlton, Lever for Melbourne, Young for bloody...
He's at Carlton.
Who he play for. But anyway,
Who he play for.
But those random guys that score really well in Supercoach. But yeah, good on him.
Sometimes. That's the thing with those key positions, not so much Sard, but like your Young and your Lever. Yep. They're either scoring 110 or 40.
Yeah, well, there you go. But they did it well this week.
But yeah, I think Melbourne, if I had to pick, obviously Geelong are the favourites for good reason.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Insanely good.
Yep.
And then I think Melbourne's... I don't want to jinx Geelong because I do actually have a soft spot for Geelong, but I think it's a Geelong!
I love that more than anything.
Geelong!
I say it in daily life.
I think it's a distant second to Melbourne.
Yeah.
Now that's probably jinxed them, and I'm sure I'll hear about it from everyone.
Well,
and then Brisbane, they're done. Don't worry about them.
Yeah, they've lost. Well, they've lost it from here. They can't come back from this.
I don't see it.
Yep. They could. Well, that's a pizzling.
Yeah, much. That's they're a top 4. How many top 4 teams have you watched lose by almost 60 points?
Yeah, I didn't see the game but if they were up in a balmy night in Brisbane, maybe it might have been a different story.
It was in Brisbane.
Oh, was it?
On a Friday night.
Sucked in.
Sucked in dogs.
Oh, well, I agree. They're not going anyway. They may as well pack their bags.
Fuck you, dogs!
They may as well pack their McLuggage and bloody 1, 2, 3 Cancun themselves. Catch you later.
Fucking go, the NBA joke whenever you... for context. Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah,
That's all I'm gonna.
Not spend any time on it.
That's it.
Righto, we're going to Saturday's game. So we've got bloody Freo.
Way to go.
Freo Doggers, 89. The Orange team, 69.
And we don't have
Now,
anything
look,
for
I
that.
got to...
I will have to download. I reckon we need to download just... This is me brainstorming. We need to get like one for each team.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, because the Orange team, that's good. We've got the gold. Geelong. We've got the bloody issue supporters. We need a better one for that because I actually just want Essendon, not the supporters.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
Because I do enough embarrassing of myself. I don't need a bloody soundbite to do it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's side note.
Well, another side note.
Can someone listening
I just want to say,
text me and remind me to do that?
Yeah, probably be me. I did want to say that like I said, the Orange team, it's a little bit in jest and I am poking fun at someone. But to be honest, if I was commentating, that'd happen for me every week.
Yeah.
But not you, me.
Nah, but I reckon the
me.
teams you'd be fine. But like the thing is, like you watch footy and like every bloke out there, it's just like, oh, well done by Sam Taylor. It's like, oh shit, that was Isaac Cumming. Like the commentators in defence of them are a long way away, and some of the blokes do look very similar, i.e. Isaac Cumming and Sam Taylor. But I'm also not like they're also getting paid a lot of money to know people's names.
Yeah. I wonder because I often had that challenge as a kid. I was just like I would try and commentate. I haven't said this to many people. I would try and commentate games just to like see if I could do it, see how hard it was. And AFL, there is so many players. Like it is literally so hard, and I watch it and I really struggle to know what's going on.
But this is the thing because obviously Premier League's back. They have 2 commentators per game. One dude does the colour commentary. So, Gabriel Jesus passes wide to Martinelli. And then there's one guy that's like, when I played for Everton, the special comments dude. Yeah. And there's no like jumping over each other, no stepping on toes. Like everyone knows what's going on. I think that like AFL, there's like 47 people and it's like, who's...
Yeah,
there's too many people.
What is it? Colour commentary?
Well, it's like basketball has 3.
Yeah.
Colour commentary and usually 2 special comments.
Yeah.
Like
I thought there was like main one, colour and special.
In what?
I don't know.
NBA.
In many.
Well, like soccer, there's
sports.
2.
Yeah.
In NBA, you've got 3, and it's like Mike Breen, Jeff Van Gundy, Mark Jackson.
Yeah.
That's the best 3 for any non-NBA person out there.
That's the real big 3.
Bang!
Bang!
And like, but there's a lead. I think the problem, like when you listen to AFL commentary, it's like any of them could be the lead commentator. Like if you got BT, you got JB, you got Das. You're like, okay, cool. They're all just talking. Wayne Carey's in there sometimes.
Yeah.
And then there's the special comments. But I don't know. I don't know what we were talking about to end up here. But I reckon you'd be all right at commentating.
Yeah.
It's just because what you do, you can talk about what's happening.
Yeah.
Or you'd be more of a special comments guy.
Oh, for sure. So as far
as
like
Orange team, the hex colour is actually hashtag FE6217.
You know, bloody McCluggage has had his eyebrows done. No, I think we do it as a podcast as well. We sort of we try and talk at the same time. It is a difficult thing. I wonder in the States, so it seems a lot smoother.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Hashtag FE6217 is actually a shade of orange. I made that up entirely.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, 100%.
That's amazing. What do you mean?
And it's not far off.
No, it's not far off. That is the exact orange. All right. Jesus. All right, drop a bundle of sticks and tell me how many are in there. Bloody hell. Rain Man.
Yeah.
The evidence is suggesting, look, you can't even fight it now.
No.
That's amazing.
We should stop it here.
Yeah, I know.
That's as good
we're
as
pretty affected.
That's as good as it's going to get.
Well, we better get into the game. Did you watch the game? I did.
Yeah, no, I actually did.
It's good.
Because I enjoy watching Freo.
Will Brody did well.
Oh, fuck it. He actually played 72% time on ground, which it might be a fucking career high.
Yep.
At this rate.
No, that's good.
But yeah, 30 touches, 7 tackles for him. he is, if not, like, he is top 3, if not top 1 recruits of the year.
Yep.
Yeah, absolute gun there. David Mundy, he wants to win a premiership before it's all said and done. He's on his way out. But yeah, Giants would have lost by probably 100 points if Sam Taylor didn't play.
Yeah.
Took 12 marks, and I think 11 of them were intercepts.
Yeah, he's very good.
He was outstandingly good, and I think he's cemented his All-Australian place.
Yep.
West Coast fans would probably think Tom Barrass is there, and I think Tom Barrass is there as well. I think it's going to be a hard discussion between the two. But for anyone saying Stephen May, I think is crazy.
Yeah, and anyone saying Rhett Bazzo, I reckon could be on.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's so funny. Like, I've never actually seen Rhett Bazzo until yesterday. And
he's good.
But he was playing... Like, do you know what he looks like?
Yeah.
He's tall.
Yeah,
I thought he was like a small dude. And then I was like, who the fuck is that dude? And they were like, Rhett Bazzo. I was like, is that Rhett Bazzo?
Rhett Bazzo's awesome.
Good on him.
Nah.
Good on him for being tall.
69 points for Rhett Bazzo.
Yeah, that's actually not terrible.
No,
he's a rookie.
I'm going to make a call right now. Well, I'm not going to make a call right now. But
Me too.
Oh,
sorry.
No. So speaking of the game, so I'm going to back Freo for the flag. I'd love to see that.
Well,
That'd be awesome.
I think everyone except for West Coast fans would love to see.
Yes.
And teams playing. But
Yes.
like from the outside looking in, Freo, I don't see how you could hate them. They don't have those players. Like, there's no one on that team. Like, you look through it, and it's like, who there would I hate and why? The only person I could suggest that you'd hate would be Nat Fyfe.
I just want to clean up his hair.
Yeah, terrible haircut, but also you'd hate Nat Fyfe because of how good he's been.
Yeah. And that's another. That's
good
actually
young team.
Yeah, that's another reason why I'd like them to win up, because I don't know that Fife's really going to be back next year, is he?
Well, I think he will, but he definitely looks like a shell of himself.
He's taking a bit of a back seat.
Yeah, he's playing forward now, but they did inject him into the midfield for the last part of the fourth quarter when the game was there to be won. He did turn it on. So. Yeah, I like Freo as well, but I don't know if I like their chances.
I don't either, but I like an underdog. Shall we move on? Speaking of underdogs.
Oh, this is bloody... I don't even think that... I think underdogs are ranked higher than probably both of these teams.
Probably. So we've got...
The goal comes.
114. Shit. And North Melbourne Kangaroos... 47.
I've got a number of points, and this is not being spiteful because Clarkson went to North Melbourne, because good on them. They got Clarkson, and hopefully for the good of the league, he turns it around there. But let's all remember that Clarkson has come in to a team that has won 2 games.
Yeah.
And has only not finished bottom. No, did they finish bottom? I don't even know.
I think it was equal bottom, but depending on what happened this round.
Yeah, so
it was West Coast and North on the bottom, wasn't it?
They have finished bottom. Okay, so 2 games they've finished bottom. West Coast finished above them, who I don't even know if they had players.
Was that on percentage or points?
Yeah, percentage.
Yeah. Okay.
4.
Yep.
Let's just all remember that when we get, like, because North Melbourne fans are like, oh, we got Clarko, and it's like, he won 2 games.
Yeah.
Like, he's not Jesus.
Yeah.
In terms of AFL coaches, he's as close to Jesus as he can be.
It's not bloody Jesus.
Like, he's not turning... It's like, if 2 wins is water and wine's 22 wins, he's not doing that.
No.
I think their list stinks. They're like kind of the opposite of where the Don Essendon's at. So North Melbourne, their list is tough to look at. Their board and now their coach seem to be pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, they acquired Clarko, so their board's obviously done an all right job. Whereas Essendon, our list is surely good.
Yeah.
And then the board is absolute dog turd.
And was so Clarko going there, so it was a bit controversial there. It was a bit weird. But in the end, I didn't know...
Controversy.
For someone that doesn't know shit about shit. So I didn't know that Clarko played at North Melbourne, so that makes sense.
Yeah. But I don't even think it was the playing that brought him back. It was... And he came out and said this. It's like... Essendon were like, oh, we wouldn't be doing our due diligence if we didn't approach Clarko. And it's like, Clarko said, it's not due diligence if you approach me 4 days before you want me to sign.
Yeah.
Like, that's not due diligence.
Yeah,
that's you panicking.
Yeah, you've got 4 days to sign. Is that what happened?
No, well, so North Melbourne apparently first contacted him in like June.
Yeah, as you
and
bloody
Essendon
would.
contacted him last Monday.
Yeah. Oh, no, we want you to.
Yeah, would you want to come coach us? And like, no, we'll get into Essendon when we get into that game.
I'm that angry that I can't even pick a good player.
Well, I'm pretty angry. Like, it is upsetting that Clarko went to North only because I would have liked to have seen him in Essendon, but at the same time, I do love Truck, and now he's not there either.
Yeah.
I was backing him in. But, yeah, I don't know. North, they lost by, almost 70 points to Gold Coast, who finished 14th, 13th.
Yes. So what were the top Supercoach scores for those?
Yeah.
So Took did well.
Took got his way to 104.
Yep.
He was tagged today.
It's pretty good 100
in that game. Ellis 108. Noah Anderson, who could be a nice pick next year, 128, and David Swallow, who's been a gun for Gold Coast for his whole career, 142.
No, very good.
On the north side, not so much. First game of Josh Goda, 70.
Goda.
So that could be interesting heading into next year. And Ben Cunnington might start at around 250k, I read.
Oh, well, I'll pick him anyway.
Yeah,
I'll pick him as bloody spiritual leader.
Yeah.
It'd be good
leaders.
coverage.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can bring him in, why not?
Yeah, bloody oath.
Not now, obviously.
No.
Coach is done.
So, yeah, we'll continue on to the next game. What'd you say?
Yeah, that's Cellar Dwellers.
So,
even this game, you wouldn't want to spend much time on.
You wouldn't spend much time
'Cause I think
Geelong.
131. West Coast Eagles, 46.
Yeah, killed him.
Yeah, so Geelong are number one on the ladder. So this is the concern. So we've spoken about this over the past couple of weeks. So number one on the ladder doesn't mean shit as far as winning percentage is concerned.
Well, and
as
it
far
doesn't
as
mean
the flag.
shit to Geelong because AFL...
Oh, no. Like, it's, good on them. But
No. I'm saying it doesn't mean shit to them because typically, say, if Freo finish top, they get home ground advantage all the way through the finals until the granny. Geelong don't because the AFL want to maximise their dollars. So Geelong get to play a home game at the MCG.
Yeah, right.
Which is utterly ridiculous.
Yeah. How many, heaps. I imagine it's heaps. JMHBA? G?
MHBA.
Of course, sorry, that's what I meant. What's the capacity?
Oh, it's way down this year because they've knocked down a whole stand to redo it.
Gotcha.
Um,
so they're trying to negate this happening.
Well, I don't
Perhaps.
know.
So say it's 60, they're going
Yeah.
to try and make it 80.
Well, whether that's the play or not. But, at the end of the day, they got home ground advantage. It doesn't fucking matter, does it? But it's the AFL being a business and wanting their money. I think it's just...
Oh, bloody Cardinia Park, 34,000. So that's
Yeah.
probably why it's at the MCG.
But it shouldn't be.
Record attendance, 49,000. They
Wow.
were on the fucking roof.
Yeah, but that could be like...
It was in 1952. They were probably on the field.
Yeah, I was going to say it could have been even Fooey's playing there.
Oh, it was
'Cause
Geelong
you're
versus
allowed-
Carlton.
Okay. But, I think the MCG's record crowd is like a Catholic church thing because people are allowed to stand on the ground.
Speaking of Jesus.
But yeah, Danger's 300th time.
Yeah. Bloody hell, how good.
Yeah, I don't care how bad he's been this year. I still love Patrick Dangerfield.
Yeah, but I was saying how
powerful.
300 games is a lot of games, and to play 300 AFL games, that means you've probably played 46,000 games of football in your life. It's insane. I'm talking about even if it's
Just
backyard
the workload.
with your brother before dinner, that's a game.
99th player to do so, I believe.
Joyce.
Yeah, in a big win there. Didn't kick a goal, unfortunately.
Oh, go on.
But, yeah, shit all over the Eagles. Hopefully next year for the West Coast, they don't have COVID run through the team.
Well, that was another thing about the whole where North finished. So North had nothing really happen all year. They just had whoever they had and whatever happened.
obviously.
Yeah, Cunnington,
out,
yes,
which is
of course, yeah.
But
Fair
at
enough.
the end of the day, your list should be enough to cover one player.
Yeah.
West Coast had to cover. They called dudes from the street.
Well, I got a missed call, and I checked my messages. And
Adam Simpson here.
Yeah. But
Keen to have a kick.
But then he was like, oh, and he didn't finish the sentence. So I did get a call, but I didn't. Yeah, he decided that he knew better. But still, like, that was with like pretty much no excuse, and they still came last. Like, West Coast had like COVID concerns and all the restrictions and all that kind of crazy shit.
Well, as well, I read during the week that Adam Simpson, he had COVID 1 week, and he called up a player to play, and he didn't know his name. So the West Coast guys went and got this player to play, and Adam Simpson was like, I didn't, even now doesn't know his name. That player played one game this year, Supercoach. He's got 102.
Oh my God! Well, he better learn his friggin' name for next year.
Jake Florenka.
Florenka.
So he actually is the second highest average Supercoach wise at West Coast this year.
They better get him back.
Yeah. Well, that's a crazy thing. It's like they didn't even take him in the mid-season draft.
Yeah, right.
Like, he killed it for you.
Oh, well, there you go. Who scored well for Geelong? What's going on that side?
Blick Vass,
Blick Vass.
129. Jonathan Segler, 113, border boy. Tom Hawkins, 111.
Oh, the Hawk. I fucking love the Hawk. I'm
Needed-
getting him next year. I don't give a shit what anyone says.
Needed to kick 7 to match Charlie Curnow for the Coleman. Kicked 4-3. So he had the opportunity.
Yeah.
Smith, Isaac, 108. Tom Stewart, 106. Selwood, 104. Brad Close, 103. Max Holmes, 100. That's a lot of tons.
Yeah, that is.
West Coast tons. Bailey Williams, 127. Shannon Hearn, who has quietly become their highest average Supercoach-wise, 120. And Tim Kelly, former Geelong player, 114.
Perfect. Very good. Well, we'll move on to the next game, which is a bit of a controversy. We have Richmond Tigers, 141. Essendon Bombers, 75.
I don't know if there was any controversy.
Well, the controversy was with the coaching thing.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
tell you what I reckon.
Yeah,
because I know you're a big fan of Essendon. So.
I'm gonna limit myself, but I'll be succinct in my...
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I think it was... I don't know, as we've spoken about, I don't know shit about shit, but I reckon it was piss week that during the week they were like, Rutten, they're like, oh, they're going to sack him. No, we didn't sack him. Oh, no, but it was all hearsay. And as you did mention, the club didn't come out with any sort of comment. And anyways, just sitting there. And then they lost. And then they're like, righto, you're done. You're cooked. Well, you're sacked. And I don't know, he just seemed like a good bloke and he was really about the club.
Well, and
I
he
think
seemed to have the players backing.
Yeah,
That's
I think
the
he
key.
probably deserved better because I don't know. I don't think they played that bad, but I think the way that they all went about it wasn't very good.
We were disgusting this year. Don't get me wrong. Like, we were very bad.
Okay,
But I think it's a combination of things. I think the problem is that the board truck came in, we finished 8th, which is overachieving. And so the board's like, well, we're going to come 4th now. So, whoa. Settle down. Like manage your expectations. That's like, so then he goes on, we finish 15th.
Yeah.
Not good. Very not good. But again, Truck seems to have when he had the job, had the players.
so that's Rutten. That's his
Yeah,
nickname.
Ben Rutten.
Okay,
Truck.
sorry.
So he the players wanted to play for him by all accounts. The problem with Essendon is our at board level, so CEO and GM haven't overseen any kind of success at the club yet remain in their positions and have constantly filtered through coaches. If you've tried all these coaches, would it not suggest that it maybe isn't the coach?
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
And as they say, the fish rots from the head down.
Yeah.
But I looked, and because Xavier Campbell, for example, he's our CEO at the moment, he has overseen us finish 6th, 15th, 18th, 7th, 11th, 8th, 13th, 8th, and 15th. And for those playing at home, we haven't won a final in 20 years or some shit.
Yeah, right.
Like, too long. Way too long.
Too long.
So, yeah, it's ridiculous. Dyson Heppel might be leaving as well, which, again, ridiculous.
Where's he going?
Well, Gold Coast have offered him a spot and all this kind of stuff. But the thing is, like, Truck finishes 8th and then 15th. Who's to say, like, you got to give these guys time. Like, Clarko, for example, like, we put all this effort into getting Clarkson, and I don't know where I had it. Alistair Clarkson. Let me look at this because I want to get the exact. I want to get this. I want to get it right. I don't want to make shit up. So, signed for Hawthorn in 2005. He's gone on to be arguably a top 5 coach, top 3, depending on who you talk to.
Which was a surprise to me, not knowing too much.
Hawthorn, first year he was there, 14th.
Yep.
Second year he was there, 11th.
Yeah, I already see what you're saying.
Third year he was there, Hawthorn finished 5th.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was interesting what you were talking about with the CEO. He sort of, the best spot that they finished was the first year, which he may or may not have inherited.
Yeah,
and then after that, it got worse.
Exactly right. It's the problem is not Truck. And now they want to go, and don't get me wrong, I love James Hird, because obviously I do.
Yeah.
As a Essendon fan.
Yeah,
but why do we want to go back to an unheralded coach? Like, he coached us for how many years?
Yeah.
He was the coach, whether it was his fault or not, in the worst time of Essendon Footy Club, the drug saga. So, I don't know. It's just... I think it's stupid that they got rid of Truck.
Yeah.
I think, we underperformed this year. And I don't know. I hate it in all sports when they just get rid of coaches. It's like, at the end of the day, the coach isn't running around out there. If you want to blame anyone without being knowledgeable on the situation, blame the guys that are actually affecting the results.
It's tough.
So
but maybe Essendon, I keep on saying North Melbourne should go bowling. They've now got Clarko, so they're going to be fine.
Well, are they? That
Well,
was the whole argument.
I reckon they'll be okay, but I reckon the Bombers...
4 wins.
Maybe they should go the Ted Lasso approach.
Yeah.
Maybe they should get
bloody someone random
Premier League coach.
But I was going to say, in terms of
NFL coach
personality, Truck almost was the Ted Lasso type.
Yeah. It was all about the people.
Yeah, I think the one negative of Truck that I would say he needed to do was give someone a bit of a kick in the arse.
Yeah, give him a bit of a spray.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Everyone's caught up in this Simon Goodwin didn't yell at us and we won the premiership thing at Melbourne. And it's like, whilst that is awesome, he obviously knew his players.
Well, there are so many other factors that go into that.
Exactly right. Like, their list is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, I reckon I could have come in,
Yeah, well, Merritt was saying the other week. So, they don't get yelled at, but Merritt was like, he was like, well, we got to a point where we decided leadership group has to stand up and do something, have a bit of a go. And they might not have been told that by Truck, but he decided that was a go, and he's played quite well the past couple of games. By the way, 150 for Supercoach, and didn't put him as captain, but I had him as captain last week and didn't score 150.
But the thing, and this is another point from last night, Michael Hurley, who I've been saying the last great Essendon player. Like, Merritt good, Parrish good. Hurley was awesome.
Yeah.
He was revered league-wide as being a very difficult player to play on because he was so good. When he kicked his goal, I had a bit of a tear.
That's all right.
I do enjoy, it's hard to see players like that, and especially in an era of modern sport where people don't stick around. Like, he's a one-club player. He stuck through the worst time in Essendon's history again. And
Essendon
supporters love him. But I think he... is that you playing me out?
No.
But he mentioned as well stability, in terms of the club. And then the next day after he made this impassioned... and Joe Watson did on the call as well, made this plea basically to Essendon to create a stable environment for its players. Less than 24 hours later, they're like, well, we're sacking the coach.
Yeah, and I think it's difficult because, if they were just coaching the team, I think a lot of different decisions will be made than they are, but they are running businesses. So I think sometimes business decisions get made which aren't necessarily correct.
Yeah.
And also the people that are in charge of said positions may not be. So I suppose I'm explaining to myself over time. I was sort of like, well, what do the board have to do? Well, maybe this is what the board has to do with the running of the football club.
But the funny thing is that Essendon as a business is very successful.
Yep.
Like, we've been absolute arse, yet we keep setting membership records.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's the same in North Melbourne, to be fair.
Yeah, as an Essendon fan, like, especially me, like, I was 6 when we won our premiership. But, like, I'm used to sucking. Like, so it's not the fact that we suck is what's driving people away. It's that we look at the board and we look at Xavier Campbell and we look at Josh Marnie, the GM, and it's like, oh, you guys are still around, though.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you two fuck off?
Yeah.
Like, if you want to, you keep fucking everyone off, yet you're still here and we still suck.
Yeah.
It's clear. Yeah. No, but I love Michael Hurley. So,
No, very
good on him. Good on him. Kicked his goal.
Well, how do we get Supercoach wise?
Yes.
What happened? What did Hurls get? I'm sure they don't call him
Third.
Hurls.
They call him Bear or Rick.
Rick?
Or Michael Hibberd called him Mark. I don't know. Maybe it's obviously an inside joke, but he had 35.
Oh, yeah, but he kicked a big one. But he got 35 for that goal.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
As you said, Merritt 150, Parrish 103. On the Richmond side, Tom Lynch 132, Dion Prestia 117, Jaden Short 114.
Fuck off, really?
Yep.
Oh, God. I traded him out for those that are playing at home.
Dan Rioli 108, and he signed a 5-year contract extension at the Tigers. Trent Cotchin 106, Jack Ross 102, Mike's brother.
That's very good.
Am I bored? Yeah, I did talk a bit much.
No. I've had a long lunch.
Do you want some more beer?
Yes.
Do you want to have half of this?
Yep.
Nice little Willie.
I do, but we'll continue.
My Willie, the boatman.
Oh, we'll continue on though.
Yeah, we should.
All right. Well, next game we have got Port Adelaide 111. Bloody Adelaide 55.
Now, I don't want to sound like because they always go, VFL. It's still VFL, even though all these, because people only care about Melbourne teams. But, like, I don't give a fuck. They're from Adelaide. It's too far away. And they keep talking about this rivalry that's there. And I don't care.
I don't think they care.
No, but, like, Adelaide finished, 14th, and Port Adelaide finished 11th. Like,
yeah.
And they're talking about, like, because Ollie Wines came out and talked shit about Adelaide. It's like, good. If they're rivals, fucking tell them. Feed them.
Well, they fed him. They fed him 111 to 55. They definitely fed him.
Pumped him. Robbie Gray's last game. It's funny. I was actually looking through and, like, we've got this big, long list of retirees. You got a big bit of hair sticking up. Big cockatoo.
It's an antenna. That's how we get it to...
You probably want to put your headphones over it, I reckon.
Oh, okay.
Come in from this way. Yeah, there you go. Yep, good.
Yeah, very good.
Sorry.
Sorted.
Fixed it 45 minutes in or however long.
Very good.
But yeah, I was actually looking, long list of retirees, and only like 3 people played their last game this week.
So the in memoriam section was quite short. Is that what you're saying?
Ben McAvoy, Michael Hurley, Robbie Gray. Big boy McAvoy.
He's been wrapped up for...
Oh, yeah, he's been...
They call Mummy the mummy. He's a mummy.
Yeah, fucking...
Oh, here we go. Fucking...
Rack Specs. Got it.
Oh, yeah, specky twat.
Yeah, Ben McAvoy can thank Rigid Tape for his career. But good on him. I digress. 162 for Connor Rosey now signed. We know about Connor Rosey's inconsistency Supercoach-wise.
Yes.
Is he someone you'd be interested in picking up next year?
No.
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 Has had a very big year as he's gone into the middle. Is now going to be in his 4th year. I don't know. Zach's the autism nerd about
I'm basing
footy and games played.
Takes one to know one.
Yeah, well,
I'm
more of hex colours and such.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy. I'm basing that off nothing. I don't really know him well enough. And also, we all know that
Maybe we'll catch up for a coffee and get him in your Supercoach team.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I base it off, like, do I know their name?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I do a bit of research.
Well, the Connor Rosé, we know him
Yeah,
from there.
we do. I have... I believe I had one of the trading cards in my hand at one stage.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but I didn't get the gum with it, so...
Yeah,
well.
not worth it. Ollie Wines, 137. Zach Butters, 125.
Big fucking who cares. I'll tell you who I'm not having next year. I don't give a... I don't care if he's $100. Butters.
Yeah.
Piss off.
Carl Amon, 113. Kane Farrell, 108. Charlie Dixon, 102. Yeah, there's... Like, because obviously we're already starting to cast our eye into 2023 Supercoach players. I think Connor Rosé is one that you have to look at. Ollie Wines, consistent again. Adelaide side, Riley O'Brien, 160. And 2023, the Footy Boys' first picked player is Rory Laird. He's got 133.
Yeah,
And again, someone we love. Oh. No, get in the mic.
A little bit. No,
Burp straight into the mic.
Straight in the mic. Who? Who do we love?
Rory Laird.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we do. But I
Yes.
So I had an opportunity to have Rory Laird in my team. And
Invest in Laird.
Bugged it up.
Yeah.
Bugged it up. But anyway, very good.
Sam Berry could be one for next year too, but Ben Keys will not be. He was in my team and he scored 46.
Oh.
Yes.
Well. Oh yeah. No.
What
Oh yeah. There's another game.
Yeah, Hawks and Dogs played.
Yeah, buddy. Western Bulldogs 87. Hawthorn Hawks 64.
Do we have something for Hawks? I thought we did.
No. It's probably just Grazzi saying the same thing each week.
You're not holding it. I hold the microphone.
Yeah, so again, the reason Zach's not here is because he had a big crisis, identity crisis, much like Time Crisis.
Oh, yes. Time Crisis. Jeez, that's a good game.
Oh, it's great.
Time Crisis is one of the best PlayStation games. And, arcade game. That's where I first saw it. And I went to bloody PlayStation. You could play it at home. That's one of the best games I've ever played.
Yeah. But yeah, he had an identity crisis, didn't know who to support, and thus his brain exploded and he couldn't be here today.
Yeah, his first and second favourite team. That's it.
But yeah.
He also had a baby.
Yeah.
So, if you
I wonder if
remember
they're
what
going to go
I
for
said
Dogs or Hawks.
Oh, pressure's on.
But James Sicily, 134.
Yeah.
Good for our Supercoach teams.
Good.
And then that's pretty much all we would report on there.
Oh, shit.
What?
No, it's not very good, is it?
Well, Josh Ward scored 93. It could be a good option next year. He's a young fella.
No, I think you're all right in stopping there.
Okay, sorry. I'll retract. Can you cut that?
Yeah, I can. I'll just cut it now.
Thanks. Good stuff.
Yep.
Tech wizard. Dog side, though, Dunkley, 127.
He has been reawoken.
Yeah.
Which is good.
He's back.
He's back.
Bont, for those that have him, I do not. He scored 115.
Yeah, but he got 150. He got bloody 36 from a fucking handball like that. I don't really understand what I'm talking about.
Stats-wise, to be fair, so like Dunkley, 29 touches, 9 marks, 9 tackles, 127. 12 points less, Bont got 20 touches, 5 marks, 7 tackles.
Oh, I'm glad
That's ass.
I'm glad I said something because it was worth it.
It's a travesty.
And then we've got Tim English, 102.
Tim English and his big Frankenstein head.
Oh.
Jack McRae, 99.
You're wrong. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, to be honest with you, so I don't know if there's much more to talk about.
No.
Is that it?
Yeah, and we'll just talk about this game that's unfolding in front of us. So,
the biggest game in recent home and away history, and when I say recent, probably, to my knowledge, the biggest.
Yeah.
Again, I only started caring about the rest of the AFL and not Essendon 5 years ago.
Yeah, so the ladder's pretty much confirmed now. Like, everyone's in that's playing. Like, they're not playing for their...
Unless this game.
Oh, are they playing for their spot?
So if Carlton lose, they're out.
Oh,
They have to win. They have to.
on percentage.
Yeah, they have to win or draw.
Oh, jeez.
And if
How
they-
much do they have to win by? Or not much. by the
No,
looks?
they just have to win.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Even
Yeah.
if they were a point down, their percentage would even if they lose by a point, donezo.
Oh, well,
So
this is huge.
They're up by 15 points right now as Harry Mackay.
Kicks it from the boundary.
Geez, that'd be impressive. He's kicked it.
Well, I was
Behind.
right. He did kick it.
So
But he didn't
what do we
score a
got?
goal.
16 points, 7.5 minutes left. Is there 7.5 minutes left in Carlton's season?
No, I don't think so. I reckon Carlton are going to be in the finals.
They're going to win it from here.
Yeah, they will. And also, I did say Freo, but bloody, I'll be pretty happy to see Carlton.
You know what we need is I'm going to clip this, and if they lose, we'll do the Larry David.
Okay, so the last thing we're going to talk about is something that we aren't very versed on. So, speaking of curb your enthusiasm,
Yeah.
are you familiar with a fatwa?
Nah.
Okay, so are you familiar with Salman Rushdie?
Nah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, the
how crazy is that?
Yeah.
So Salman Rushdie,
the guy that got stabbed.
yeah. So I believe Salman Rushdie is a journalist and bloody whatever. He's a clever guy.
Isn't he an author?
He's
as
an
well?
author,
Yeah.
and he's been quite. This is pretty controversial, but he's been quite
Controversy.
Yeah, he's been quite he hasn't been all about the Muslim faith or something like that. He's
Okay.
been and he has been ragging on that sort of stuff. So
Is it Salman spelled like salmon?
yeah, yeah,
Oh, with an A.
Yeah.
Salman Rushdie.
yeah. Well, give
Yep.
us some. What have you got there? So don't let me tell the story. I'm bloody shocking.
Oh, I don't know. Indian-born British-American novelist.
Yeah. So anyway,
He's a sir.
yeah, yeah. Well, he's been quite. He's been throwing shade at the Muslim religion, right?
Yeah.
And so much so they called it a fatwa, which is they put a hit out on him. And anyway, it was one of those things. And Larry David, and on his show, Curb Your Enthusiasm, they did an episode on that where they said that Larry David got called one on him, and he was dressed up in many different bloody disguises and that sort of thing. And Salman Rushdie was in, he was getting advice and whatever. Anyway, so from that I was like, haha, yeah, it's not a thing really. But anyway, recently they came to collect. And old Salman Rushdie is bloody.
Yeah, he's alive though, isn't he?
He's alive,
He
but
made it. He made it.
Yeah, but he's not in very good shape.
Well,
so.
he got a couple of knife holes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, did.
Just so I let everyone know, I fully regret following through with that conversation.
That was... Well, why? Because I stopped listening.
No.
I'd like to mention I didn't stop listening.
No, I just wish I didn't say anything about it. I wish we stopped and then
Well, it
I
was-
went, hey, by the way.
Well, I think it's interesting because we always, because we know it from The Simpsons, it's
Yeah.
like they're always predicting the future. And
Yeah, well, Curb Your,
Larry David did it.
Curb Your Enthusiasm has predicted the future on this occasion.
now I see that we've been going for 47 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, there's less than 6 minutes left in this game. Should we... I think we got a live... We're going to watch it.
Oh, Jesus.
Because this is big.
Yeah, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. We can.
Because, again, it's 11 points now. Jamie Elliott's just kicked a goal. Don't want to mention him as an Essendon fan.
Yeah.
But I'll get some noise happening so we can listen along. But this is huge. I can't recall something like this occurring.
And also, may we mention that Collingwood have closed the gap in the before I started that Salman Rushdie story, which I'm so glad has ended now. May you not
did
refer
say
to it
that
ever again.
they'd win. We got big Rex Specs.
Oh, I've never seen him move so fast. Oh, Specky.
Oh, Cripper. Oh, geez, if he gets that coming back,
McCreary
that's
from the
impressive.
bloody...
what
that's
a goal.
huge.
That's huge. 5 points now.
So this isn't live, but you will be watching this back. If you have watched this game and you're listening to our comments on it, it'll be very interesting. And one of our loyal listeners, Tim will be listening to this and probably vomiting at this stage. We're doing such a poor job of this. But anyway.
But, yeah, Jesus Christ. I know Essendon stink, but I'm not sure that I'd be able to handle this.
Yeah, this is tough. This is very
Carlton-
close. So it's a
Carlton.
5-point game now. Carlton 74, Collingwood 69
Someone-
points. And that was a fucking huge goal.
Someone cue up the Curb Your Enthusiasm soundtrack because Simmo's done it to him.
Oh,
You
God.
might have done it to him. What do we got?
Oh, Josh.
4:59 on the clock. We got Cripper in the picture-in-picture,
But
walking
that's
back
it.
to the middle.
Oh.
That's a great... Oh, he's a
If I
very
was that
impressive
dude's
kid.
mum, I'd be so pumped I'd punch a hole in the wall if I was at home watching
But I'd
it.
also be like,
Smash
get
the
a better
TV.
haircut, Bo.
He's all right. He just kicked a goal in a big moment. He's doing all right.
So we're going back into the middle. Pitnet in the middle. I saw Tom DeConing play in the VFL today,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
Oh,
They need a mark, don't they?
that's huge.
Oh, nah, he dropped it.
Oh.
Kerno spilled it. They're going to get an easy out, and they'll transition here too.
Was that I was going to say?
Oh, no,
is that
Cripper!
a Dacos?
Fuck, Cripps.
That was a throw
Nah,
from Cripps.
no,
Here we go. Get
You're
it in
letting
there to
your-
Mackay. What a lead.
nah. Well done by Maynard. He
Oh,
covered some
jeez.
ground then. That was...
Again, bloody side bottom. He always looks like he's got a freshly shaved head, but he always has a shaved head. Riddle me that.
Well, maybe he shaves it every morning. Maybe it grows pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't know. It
it's
looks
got
like
the-
he doesn't spend any time outside, so it must
But
be
it look-
closed roof in his contract.
Yeah, true. But it looks like... It always looks like 5 o'clock shadow on the top of your head.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
Doc's gone into the middle the
Oh,
last few
Doc,
weeks, and
up
he's
the
been
Doc.
very good.
Yeah, well, he knows the game. He knows what's going on.
Well, yeah, he's just a good footballer. Look, there you go, the big fucking
Marty!
concrete jungle.
Oh, goodness
You know
me.
the thing about the G is it's so impressive in the fact that it can seat so many people. But
Yeah.
as a stadium, like if you compare it to other stadiums around the world, it's not a looker.
Yeah, no, you get in. It's very functional.
Yeah,
Very
it's
functional.
but it's the history.
Oh, good clearance.
You got to mark that.
Oh,
Lockie O'Brien,
here we
don't
go.
fuck this up. What do you got? They bottled
Not
it.
15.
Now, you
Oh,
know
that
the
could have been a big
interesting
goal.
thing is they really bottled it against Melbourne in a similar position. They took the lead late,
Yep.
had the lead late, and
Oh,
Docs just
out
kicked
on the
it out
full,
on the
you
full.
bloody wank.
After we gave him a big
You
talk.
bloody wank.
How's there still 4 minutes to go? Hasn't
dunno.
It's been 20 minutes, surely.
No, it hasn't. So
Blow the whistle, ref. So, if this was Essendon, Collingwood would have transitioned this already and kicked a goal.
I'm very concerned for Carlton at this point in time. Pies are playing very well.
Well, this
They're
is
in control.
the definition of squeaky bum time.
Yeah. Yes.
Tight butthole. Like you're really clenching.
Okay, yeah. Well, I thought you caught on to what I was doing. I'm letting little sneaky ones in.
Yeah, well, I can smell them.
I can. Oh, well, there you go. I can taste them on my tongue. That was a push in the
That's
back.
not a mark.
That was a push in the back.
Wiedering, what are you going to do? You got to go down the line. There you go.
Oh, it's
Well
good.
done.
Well done.
Marchbank, he's back. Young Caleb Marchbank missed.
Or
it.
he's bank.
He's missed a lot of footy.
Yeah, good on him.
Long
Barrel.
down the line.
It's a barrel.
See, now
It's
you've
not a
got
barrel.
to do better than what you did against Melbourne here. You've got to negate this contest, which they didn't
Mackay
do.
needs to get in the forward 50.
They
That's
spilt
probably
it.
one thing for sure.
Front and centre, Pendlebury. You got to attack this. Lockie O'Brien. Oh, geez, that was a throw.
This is very hard. I honestly
Yeah,
give
but
credit to all commentators.
yeah, nah, I don't, because they get paid to do it, so they've got experience. I've never done this.
Yeah, but I get
Take-
$100,000 for this podcast each year, don't you?
No, I spend $100,000 on this podcast each year.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm charging you guys for my time next year, I reckon. See, need it.
Like,
Just-
who's he kicking to?
All right, he's kicking to Kerno, but who's he going to kick to?
Yeah,
Don't.
that's what I'm saying.
'Cause-
Run, dog.
You know what's funny about footballers is certain
Oh,
footballers.
that's not bad. Oh, I thought he's dropping. Yeah.
They get so selfish that they're like calling for a ball, and it's like, don't.
yeah.
Sometimes it's just easier to not say things.
Oh,
Oh, see, front and centre again. Great handball from Dacos. Good kick. Too.
Collingwood have taken control of this game, and I believe with 1 minute 56,
Oh,
this
Jamie
will,
Elliott is.
this will turn to a goal. Good
Is
shepherd
anyone
by
there?
Good shepherd by McGinnivan or whatever his name
Oh,
is.
he's going to do it himself.
And that's a goal.
I nailed
that
it.
was
They're up by a
always
point.
happening. That was huge.
You know what's crazy for Carlton is, one, they'll bottle it.
Yeah.
Two, how do they keep creating contests and losing? They're not being front and centre.
I'm not too sure, but all I can tell you is that was one of the plays of the season. McGinnivan, that shepherd, that was
that's
huge.
good.
That was
Good.
huge. Like it didn't even look like touching the ball. It's very unselfish.
Unselfish footy. Is it
Yeah.
a block? Could be a block. It was a marking contest. Saad wasn't allowed to go to the footy in a marking contest.
Oh, so it's not a shepherd.
No, because it's a shepherd.
Well, they didn't call it.
That's in my opinion. Like I'm don't have a horse in the race, but I think that's a block.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, that was huge though. But I think I think it was huge from him, but considering what everyone's thoughts are of him currently, that he was quite selfish and it's all about him. On that occasion, it was not.
Now, this is a big
goodness.
minute 40. Carlton's going to win Collingwood have won the clearance. Oh, Jesus, what are you doing? Fellas. Just, Jesus. The thing is, Carlton only need a draw here. You just got...
yeah, but they just can't get it together.
The thing is that... Oh, my goodness, that's bad.
Shit.
I'd just like to mention 2 weeks in a row with Carlton season on the line, their small forwards, Matt Owies and Corey Durden, have made very terrible decisions.
No, this is a bummer. Because they've been really good all season. I was so glad they were 4 at some stage.
44 seconds.
You can tell he's been a Carlton fan for a long time.
I'd take finishing 15th over whatever this is every day.
Oh, goodness me. Fossey.
But they've only got themselves to blame. That's the thing.
I blame Cripps.
He's
Because he got caught with a fucking ball.
Yeah, but he's trying to create something.
Nah, he's trying to create getting caught with the ball. He did well doing that.
Yeah, he did it.
Nah, he's off. Kick it into the stands, I say. Oh, this is huge. Is that Pendles? Well, yeah, that's pretty funny if we rewind a bloody 10 minutes ago. I was like, I reckon Carlton's going to get up here.
I can't believe you did that.
I know. Well, I can. I don't know anything. but looking at the momentum of the game, like, yeah, Collingwood were just a better team on the day.
Well, in the
blood rule, is that what happened?
Yeah. Well, they were better when it mattered. But the thing is, like, you don't deserve to play finals if you 2 weeks in a row you bottle it like you have.
Oh, now Bulldogs are in, and that's a real dark horse into the top 8.
It's real disappointing because I'd much rather watch Carlton play finals than
yeah,
Bulldogs.
me too. And particularly with Walsh laid out, like, fuck, you almost want to put him on with one.
Oh,
leg.
you just need to hit it in the right direction, you Pelicans. That's it.
10
Jesus
that is
Christ.
That's a huge kick. Spoil it.
Collingwood
Goodness
won.
me.
They missed out on finals by 1 point.
Oh. Pies. This is huge.
But, like, Collingwood were always in. But
yes, they were. They were in 6th. But, I mean, they go up a fair bit. It is pretty significant for them, isn't it?
I think they're top 4 now.
Yeah.
Well, as it stands,
yep.
What's the...
So, home ground advantage, I guess it's the MCG.
Yeah, it's both their home grounds.
Oh, Doc.
So Collingwood are... Yeah, so Collingwood will finish 4th. Because Sydney are beating St Kilda.
That's shocking.
So Collingwood play Geelong first game.
But still, I've got a question for you. I don't know the answer, but where did Carlton finish up last season?
Jeez, I better turn this down.
That's okay. Where did they finish last season?
Well, I don't... That's the thing is... They finished 13th.
Yeah, so when we think about it, Vossi's done a great job.
Has he, though?
Well...
He's brought in Adam Chera, an A-grade midfielder. He's brought in Lockie Young, who's a developing fullback. You've got Charlie Curnow back, who's gone on to win the Coleman. You've got... Doc's back. He didn't play last year. I think this is a massive fact. They should have been top 8, let alone...
I am disappointed they're not top 8.
They should be above 8.
Yeah.
Like, they should be comfortably top 8.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. But anyway, we'll talk about it in the coming weeks. We might end it up there because we're trying to get it under an hour.
You know what I do like, though, is that now there's a team that are a big, like, as I said, I'd much rather miss out on the 8. I'd much rather out on the 8 by 7 places than by a point.
Yeah, I know. That's tough. That's very frustrating. But, yeah, congratulations to Collingwood, except to De Goey.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
But, yeah, no, well done. But I was pumped from the beginning of it. That was a huge play. It really was. And it would probably dispel his selfishness.
It was a block.
It was a block. It was a block.
But, yeah, hilarious.
Kick a barrel.
Fucking hilarious.
Drink a nice beer. Peace out.
Feed them.